And go ahead, Cindy.
Hey, Cindy.
Hi, how are you?
Hey.
I just want to piggyback on what Troy was saying. Is this a protocol you can do with a relative who's I don't even know how to say it. I mean, basically it's basically my daughter who's like telling me how horrible I am and disowning me in a sense. And then and should you do a protocol like this when I'm already kind of beat up from the whole
Right.
weekend thing? And then I'm thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't do a protocol like this when she's until I'm stronger.
At first, I would probably do a thing where, maybe hold her in the heart and do like hyssop, like just breathe like hyssop and like hold her in the heart and just, you can go like heart and then go to the back heart and then heart and then back
Okay.
heart. And then eventually do a thing where you do that same pattern, but stick with hyssop, do the materialization, and then do the reverse pattern, right? But this is what I would also say, like, and this one I'd say I speak from like personal experience on this. When you're like really at odds with somebody, and it's not even really something that you have any sort of control. It's like, it sounds like a situation like you couldn't say the right words, you couldn't do the right action, you couldn't stand back enough. It's like whatever's going on, you couldn't do the right thing, right? You just there's no kind of right answer. And
that's right.
I've been in that situation, not like yours, but like, that thing where there's just no right thing to do. Like, it's just whatever I do, I'm gonna be blamed. It's gonna suck. It's gonna be looked bad upon, whatever it is. It is. And so this is what has gotten me through in those situations. Like I do what we just talked about, but I also do this thing where you almost look at it like from the point of view of like the Zulu warriors back in the day. And like before they would go into battle with somebody, they would start singing these songs, right? They would sing these songs, and they'd sing these songs, and they'd sing these songs. They would stand there and they would face the enemy and they would sing these songs. And, if you didn't know the language, it sounds like they're singing battle songs to get ready to go into battle. But what they're doing is before they go into battle, they would basically say, "You're awesome, you're amazing, you're a soul. The divinity in me recognizes and salutes the divinity in you. We are going to fight, right? But I do that recognizing the divinity in you. And I'm not saying that you need to fight this person, but like one of the things that I've done, like based on that kind of lesson, is regardless of how hostile or upset they are, I just, like, you can do the invocation version of it, or you can just sit and go, the divinity in me recognizes and salutes the divinity in you. The divinity in me recognizes the supreme being in you. The divinity in me, and just keep doing the divinity in me recognizes or salutes or whatever it is, and keep going back and forth and back and forth. And what that does is it kind of does a version of what I was saying with Troy, but here you're identifying more with yourself and your soul rather than her struggle. And I mean, this is a difficulty a lot of times, like with a partner or like a parent-child situation, something that's more than just like, oh, this person at work is a jerk, or, this is, you guys are entwined, like no matter what, right? And so even before you do the materialization thing, like diminish a little bit of the with hyssop, and then just keep the divinity in me recognizes and salutes the good parts in you, like the divinity in me, and just keep doing it back and forth. And at first, it feels like, I don't know, but after a while, you'll start to have a little bit of a peace with it. And keep in mind that when this is happening, there's an energy bouncing back and forth with you and her. And there's the blue pearl, but there's also, especially when it's a parent child, it's bouncing back and forth. And if you can take and bring in that energy, that's the energy that starts bouncing back. She brings hers, but you are bringing something different. And what's happening now is she brings hers, and then there's the reaction to what she's doing. Now just go, yeah, I know you're upset, but you know what? I'm still, the divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. The divinity in me sees the supreme God in you. You know, whatever it is, just keep going back and forth. I'll have Samantha reach out to you like in a day or two, and let's just see how this goes. But let's try to help calm this down.